Okay, so today we are going to install a Guardian node, and that is going to be, the basis of, I believe that's part of what we're going to be able to use for testing. And so let's get started. Now, one thing to point out is in order to connect a Guardian node to the main net, I think you have to stake 1,000 Theta tokens. Well, Theta tokens in the last week or two decided to take a little bit of a moonshot from like $3 to like $15. So that would be 15K in US dollars to stake, which I'm not going to do. When I see something moonshot, I get a little leery. That's not to say it's not going to go up more because it has momentum, but more often than not what happens is if it does something like that, it does pull back to a base, to a level where it has support, and before going back up and carrying on the momentum upwards. So, but what we can do is we can at least install the node. I think what might be more interesting here, because one thing we've discussed in the past is the fact that Theta uses Solidity and essentially the Ethereum technology for smart contracts. So what could be interesting is exploring more of their JDK. But we are going to get into Remix and do a sample. I'm going to take a look and figure out exactly the best way to do that. Also, what we can do in the next few days, we can actually connect the Guardian nodes to the test net. So if we do it to the test net, in that case, we're testing. We shouldn't have to spend any money, to put a real stake in. So I'm going to look into that as well. But let's get started, at least installing the Guardian nodes. And you remember they're part of the security, part of the consensus, and so on. Where is this? Here we go. So let me get this on the screen so that you can see what's going on here. That would be this one here. And let's see, install, that's what it is. Okay, let me move this so you can see it a little bit better. This is what we're going to be looking at right here. Install the Guardian node. So I am going to move it where it's convenient for me to actually see it and see my command line at the same time. Let's see. I'm going to pull this down, and it seems to want to do its own thing. Oh, fine. So I created a directory called Theta, and so we're going to make a directory bin, and we're going to make, I think that I'm going to do testnet. Oh, I didn't want to. No. I put it in the wrong let's see, it's, you make the main, you go, oh, that's what I did. Yeah, no, that's right, bin, and then you're still in, then you do dash P Guardian testnet node, and then you're still, so we've made, yeah, okay, that looks right. And this is how we're gonna do this. Copy, might as well, that's how you get the software. And now I wonder if I'm going to have to do something different for the testnet, but because we are not going to run a mainnet for the reasons I specified, that the staking is just too much money. Oh no. And now this I'm going to have to change to Guardian testnet. Whoa. Hello. Copy. Paste. And so this looks like it's gonna take a while. And now I'm wondering if it, because I did mainnet data, yeah, I'm wondering if I did this right. Well, we'll worry about it, because again, I may have to redo this in terms of we may be able to see, because it could be what did it say here? So it looks like it's going to be another 2 minutes for this step. And So it looks like this is going to try to connect to the main net. But again, we will not be staking. And we've got about a minute left for this is not being very I have to swap tokens. Let me see something. This looks interesting. This is kind of important. See if it actually, why is this not? There we go. Yeah. So this is something we've discussed before. Different blockchains have different wallets, and if you mix them up, you lose. So that's what that is. So let's get back to this. So now we've the next step is curl, and let's see if I can get this to copy correctly. There we go. Copy, and we're going to paste this. Whoa. Yeah, so let's change that to testnet, because although I think based on the data it went to the main net, I mean it's gonna try to connect to the main net by default. So now all we need to do is, let me move this over a little bit, is we're going to have to allow execution privileges, that's the +X, bin theta, and chmod +X bin theta CLI. So the theta command line interface, and then what we got here, theta and the theta CLI. So we're going to do this. Let's see, ulimit -n well, this is the next. Okay, well, let's see if it actually started something. Oh, no, that's right. Something isn't. Let's see. Let's check the command I issued again. So that's interesting. No, this is an executable. So let's just see something. Okay, it's a binary. All right. So let's try our query again. Maybe it. So it can't even connect. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I would have thought you'd have to. Let's see. Okay, I think I may have known. Yeah, here's the problem. I did not go up a. Here we go. Now let's see. Well, let's try and see if we get anything. No. Okay, so what is... Okay, it's the grep is what it's showing. Nothing seems to be running for some reason, and what I'd want to see, let's see something. So we have the config. But here we have not really giving us any output or anything to tell us. I wonder if there's some kind of log. See, password, config pass, there's nothing. So now to launch Theta with the following command. It can't even connect to it. It's not even starting it for whatever reason. And I do not know why. Probably, see, we have another option here to install it. We did it through the command line, and what I may want to do is go through that again and try it again, see what I did wrong. But let's see something. I might be able to do this quickly. If not, I will come back tomorrow, have a look at it, and come back tomorrow with let me see where I am. With hopefully an explanation. I wonder if that might have been. See if I can copy this whole shebang. And okay. It could be a step I missed, but by doing it this way, it's just going to go and try this. So it looks like it's getting what it needs. And it looks like it did everything that I needed it to do. The screen is what I thought. It just clears the screen. And it's right now what it's just doing for the next 3 minutes is downloading what it needs to. This will, because I did it this way, it will ensure that we get all the steps. Now you can also, I could have also copied this to a shell file and run it that way. And then I'm going to try and see if we can actually get it to launch. And because now I am assured that I have not missed a step, because what it's doing now is, yeah, where it's getting all the stuff, and then it doesn't curl, and it's just taking a snapshot of the main net. But again, there's a little $15,000 in Theta tokens between me and connecting to the main net. Little issue there. I wish I had known a few weeks ago that I can gotten it for, a couple of thousand and made a lot. But that was not the case, so we'll see what happens. I thought it was like $13, $14, $15 per token, and a lot of times with these moonshots it may pull back to some kind of support level, and might provide a buying opportunity. I don't know. I've just looked very quickly at the chart, but you certainly wouldn't want to. I certainly wouldn't want to short something. You don't short against that stuff, but you have to be very cautious buying as well. But we've seen that a lot with all the tokens, just nuts stuff going on. So we'll see what happens. I think there are a lot of nervous people, in terms of the value of their fiat currency, not just in the US, but elsewhere, because of the amount of spending that the pandemic has led governments to do. On the other hand, if all the current fiats are debased at the same time, it's not going to have as big an effect. But it could lend itself to other assets that are not tied to fiat, and that's one reason the cryptos are going so nuts. So we'll see. And they're not the only investment that is a hedge against inflation. So we're just about done here. And okay. So now we're in bin. And now that we did everything according to the book here, I should be able to well, how you didn't like that? Now that worked. So I must have missed a step. So let's I'm gonna come up with a password on another screen, and this and then I can have that. I don't need 2 atoms. Let's see if I get rid of this. When you get into Atom, it likes to put all this other garbage in there that you don't need. So I'm gonna just save that as, so I have it. Let's put that, put it under Documents, and alright, so I'm going to copy that and use that for my password. Paste. Okay, let's try that again. Paste. Paste. Alright. Launching Theta to the moon. Hopefully you're all seeing this. Oh man, you didn't. Okay. Why did it not? It show, oh, it may have showed up in a separate. Let me show you what we got here. Nope, that's not the one. I'll show you what we got here. And let's see. Here we go. There you go. Now you can see. So I put in the password and you can see it's doing its thing, syncing up to the network. And we got a Theta. So what I would advise doing, if you're going to use these instructions to set up your own Theta network, and you're probably going to want to connect to the test net. So that's something we can look into, because that's probably what we want to really do. But I guess what I'm wondering, if you replace mainnet with testnet, if that'll get the testnet data rather than the mainnet data. So that's a good experiment to run. So as you can see, it's now validating, it's syncing up. Not going to be able to stake anything, but you can see it's relatively, you know, if you get the commands right. And obviously I missed something the first time I tried it, so I think copying this, if you want to do the testnet, my thought would be you copy this, you put it in a text editor, you change mainnet to testnet, and then you do what I did to get this to work, which is essentially just paste it into your Linux browser. Now there are alternatives. There are alternatives to doing it this way. Let me see. Let me get my. I think this is it. You can install through the Google Cloud Marketplace. You can install through source code if you're ambitious. So you would just check it out of GitHub, clone it, Theta Home, make install, and then you do this here. You can install, I believe there's a way, you can also put it on a virtual box. If you want to do it that way, VirtualBox on Windows. But there was something, I believe, you can actually, let's see if it's up here. I thought there was a way to yeah, it's not, it'll come up, but it's not a full Guardian node unless you stake. So, so remember the Guardian nodes and the validate and produce, the Guardian nodes seal blocks and act like a check on malicious and otherwise non-functional validator nodes. So, they will help to secure the the Theta network. Now, if you saw what I put up yesterday, I did run into some issues. Oh, it's about 40% done. I did run into some issues trying to broadcast on it. I broadcast for about an hour and it crashed about 6 times. The game was fine. Game did not crash, but the Theta network streaming did, and it looked like it was on the edge node end because OBS was still happily moving along. So anyway, I think we've seen how you install a Theta node, and I obviously missed something initially, but we got it up. And if you found this helpful, including that tip of using the copying and pasting, I think that's the easiest way. Please give a like, and please subscribe and ring the bell. So again, we're going to do some more with this. I want to see how to set it up to do proper development, or see if I can set up a local node, or at least attach to the test net so that we can do some good stuff. Anyway, I will speak to you tomorrow, and take care.